In the previous video tutorial, you've learned how to multiply polynomial that is monomial by monomial. Now, let's learn how to multiply polynomials that is monomial by a polynomial. Let's consider the rules in multiplying polynomials that is monomial by a polynomial. To multiply a monomial with a polynomial, simply apply the distributive property and follow the rule in multiplying monomial by a polynomial. Multiplication of monomial by a polynomial could also be done vertically. Let's consider some example. Multiply the quantity of 3x times the quantity of x squared minus 5x plus 7. We can use the distributive property in solving this problem or by using the vertical way of solving. First, we use the distributive property. By using the distributive property, just simply distribute the monomial to each term of the polynomial. That is 3x times x squared minus 3x times 5x plus 3x times 7. Simplify. We have here 3x times x squared. You multiply the numerical coefficient together and multiply the literal coefficient together, applying the laws of exponent. That is 3 times 1 is 3. X times x squared, you copy the base and add the exponent, which is 1 plus 2. Here we have 3x times 5x. Again, multiply the numerical coefficient together and multiply the literal coefficient together. 3 times 5 is 15 times negative is negative 15. X times x is x raised to 1 plus 1. And 3 times 7 is 21 times x is 21x. Simplify. We have 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have x raised to 3 minus 15. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we have x raised to 2 plus 21x. Therefore, the product is 3x cubed minus 15x squared plus 21x. That is how to use the distributive property by solving a monomial to a polynomial. Now, let's try to use the vertical solving. We have x squared minus 5x plus 7 times 3x. Then simplify. First, multiply the monomial to the first term of the polynomial. We have 3 times 1. We have 3. X times x squared is x raised to the third power. Then after multiplying the monomial to the first term of the polynomial, you multiply the monomial to the second term of the polynomial. That is 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. X times x, that is x raised to 2. Then multiply the monomial to the third term of the polynomial. That is 3 times 7 is positive 21. And x here, just simply copy because we do not have variable here. So that is 21x. Therefore, the product is 3x cubed minus 15x squared plus 21x. As you can observe, if you can use the distributive property, the product is 3x cubed minus 15x squared plus 21x. And if you're going to use the vertical solving, the product is also 3x cubed minus 15x squared plus 21x. Now, let's try to solve the problem using the vertical solving. The polynomial is 2x squared y minus 3x plus 4y raised to the 5th power times negative 5x raised to 2 y raised to 3. Then simplify. First, multiply the monomial to the first term of the polynomial. That is, negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. X raised to 2 times x raised to 2, that is x raised to 4. Y raised to 3 times y is y raised to 4. Then, multiply the monomial to the second term of the polynomial. That is, negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. X squared times x is x raised to the 3rd power. Y cubed here, we do not have y as literal coefficient here, so we have to copy y raised to the 3rd power. And multiply the monomial to the 3rd term of the polynomial. That is negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Just simply copy x squared because we do not have literal coefficient here as x. Just simply copy x raised to the 2nd power. And multiply y raised to the 3rd power times y raised to the 5th power, that is y raised to the 8th power. Let's have another example. Multiply the quantity of negative 5x raised to 2 y raised to 3 times the quantity of 2x raised to 2y minus 3x plus 4y raised to the 5th power. We're gonna use the distributive property in solving that problem. In using the distributive property, just simply distribute the monomial to each term of the polynomial. That is, multiply the monomial to the first term of the polynomial. That is negative 5x squared y raised to the 3rd power times 2x raised to 2y minus multiply the monomial to the second term of the polynomial. That is negative 5x squared y raised to the 3rd power times 3x plus multiply the monomial to the 3rd term of the polynomial. That is negative 5x squared y raised to the 3rd power times 4y raised to the 5th power. Simplify. Multiply negative 5x squared y raised to the 3rd power times 2x raised to 2y. Multiply the numerical coefficient together and multiply the literal coefficient together, applying the laws of exponent. That is negative 5 times 2 and x squared times x squared. You copy the base and add the exponent, that is x raised to 2 plus 2. And we have y raised to 3 times y. You copy the variable y and add the exponent, that is y raised to 3 plus 1. Minus, here we are going to multiply the numerical coefficient together. We have negative 5 times 3. And multiply the literal coefficient together, we have x squared times x, that is x raised to 2 plus 1. And since we do not have variable y here, so you just simply copy your y raised to the 3rd power plus multiply the numerical coefficient together here, negative 5 times 4. And we do not have variable x here, so we just simply copy your x squared. And multiply your y cubed times y raised to the 5th power copy the common base, which is y, and add the exponent, that is y raised to 3 plus 5. Simplify, we have negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. And 2 plus 2, that's 4. That is x raised to 4. Then we have 3 plus 1 is 4. That is y raised to 4. And negative 5 times 3 is negative 15 times negative is positive 15. For your variable x, we have 2 plus 1, 3. So we have x raised to 3. And copy your y raised to the third power. Here we have negative 5 times 4 is negative 20 times positive is negative 20. Copy your x squared and simplify the exponent of your y. 3 plus 5 is 8. That is y raised to 8.